Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to share with you guys what is in my trash can here, which is full of beauty products. I have a lot of makeup this time around. Usually I don't run through makeup, but boy, I've gone through quite a bit. Lots of skincare, hair care, la la la. It's going to be in a random order, sorry. If you enjoy this kind of video, definitely subscribe. I do a lot of high-end, but I also do a lot of drugstore and dupe type videos. I will link my recent empties videos if you're curious about seeing more of this style. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, first thing, my Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. You guys told me I was saying it wrong. From Sol de Janeiro. Oh my gosh, this stuff smells amazing. It makes my skin, I actually have a little bit left, but I knew it'd be gone by the time. But it's a super, not thick though. It's like thick and moisturizing, but it's not so thick. Like there are some body butters I've tried that are like so thick that you're like, I can't even blend it in. But this one blends in so beautifully. It makes your skin, I don't want to say it looks glowy because it's not like a natural glow kind of a product. I'll talk about some of those. But it just makes your skin look healthy and super moisturized. If you've ever had, you know, like it's summer and you're like, okay, I'm gonna have my legs out. My legs look janky. That's how I always feel. Like, oh, my legs look so janky. But like I put this on and I instantly have just that little bit more confidence because I know they look really moisturized and really healthy, at least in that respect. They also have claims to help with like cellulite kind of stuff, like firming. I haven't noticed a ton of that, but I do just love the way it makes my legs look anyway. So for that reason alone, I love it. I love it. I love it. Next up, speaking of like firming, I have a couple products. I have the Jergens Skin Firming. Does it firm your skin? No. Not at all. I had seen a certain YouTuber talking about it and they were swearing by this. They're like, yeah. And then they were like, oh, and I'm going to a Jergens event tonight. And I was like, and I had, okay, the story is, I'm the sucker. I'm the sucker. Because I saw a snap from this YouTuber and she was like, this Jergens skin firming stuff is amazing. I swear by it. It totally gets rid of cellulite. It totally firms. I wear it all the time. And I'm like, it works and it's drugstore. So I literally went out to the store like an hour after seeing it and bought this stuff, and I bought other stuff. And no, it does not work. But I like later that night I saw in the same YouTuber snaps that she had gone to a Jergens event that night. I'm like, huh, interesting. But is it a bad lotion? No. Does it firm? No. Now, did it help in a minuscule way? I don't know. I really didn't notice, and boy, let me tell you, I'm checking all the time. So I don't think so. If anything, I think the Boom Boom Cream worked better than this. Of course, this is way more expensive, but none of these are miracle workers. So anyway, I also have the Jergens Natural Glow. It's the Plus Firming. I don't even know if they sell this anymore. I was looking for it the other day. I think this works a little bit. Really, it's probably just the fact that I'm adding a little bit of color and life to my legs. That's probably what's making them look better than the actual firming part of it, if that makes sense. But I really did like it. I was looking for it again. I did buy a new Natural Glow. I always get the darker, like the medium to tan, because this is not, if you've never tried this, this is not a self-tanner. It's not something that you're gonna put on and be streaky and be like, oh no, it looks crazy. No, it really is just a lotion that adds a tiny bit of color. It has never, ever looked streaky no matter how I apply it. I mean, you apply it like a normal lotion, you don't have to worry about it, but it does add a little bit of color, especially if you do it every single day. But it's nothing to be scared of, and that's why I like it. Next is something that I liked. It was the L'Oreal Extraordinary Clay line, and it's dripping. I knew that would happen, and I brought it from the shower anyway. Jessica, you were asking for it. Anyway, the idea behind this is that it kind of rebalances your hair and it kind of cleans out your roots if you've got oily roots, which I totally do, and yet it also moisturizes. That's hard for a shampoo and conditioner to do both, I will say that. But I do feel like when I use this, my hair did not get as oily as quickly. Will I buy it again? Probably not. Actually, I think they might have sent this to me. But would I go out and buy it? Probably not. I liked it, but I didn't think it was a miracle worker. And I didn't love the smell of it. It wasn't bad, but it was just one that I was like, I don't really like this. So yeah, it does have a particular smell. So for that reason, I'm not gonna buy it again. Next up, the Simple Cleansing Facial Wipes. I don't use the wipes on my face. I just don't. Now, I don't have anything against it. I just don't. But these I use for swatches. They did pretty well. I mean, I don't think it's something that you need to run out and get, but if you like them on your face, I have heard a lot of people really, really like these because they're a little more gentle. But I feel like they got off makeup swatches pretty darn well too, so that's pretty good. Next up, when I wear my hair naturally like wavy, curly, it's more wavy than curly, I always use this. So I have like maybe one more use in it, so I'm probably gonna put it in my bathroom and use that and then it'll be gone. But it's the Rusk Wired Flexible Styling Cream. What I always do, and I can link the video where I've shown myself doing it, and I was using different products, but I think this really is my favorite now that I've tried it. Anyway, you put it in your hair and like just kind of scrunch it into it, and then I'll usually throw a mousse in it as well, hairspray it, and then blow dry it with a diffuser. And this really holds the curls or the waves together, and I love it. Next up, oh my gosh. So, talking about perfected legs, this is the Perfect 10. It's spelled different than normal. It's Perfekt, but it's their liquid gold. This stuff is like famous with celebrities apparently, because I looked it up and I was like, what? So you can use it alone, and it's literally, there's a little tiny bit left I'm gonna use, but it's literally like a golden colored lotion, and you put it on I usually put it on my legs, and it's basically like makeup for your legs. And I know that sounds like a lot of work, because that's kind of how I felt. I'm like, okay, no, because that's gonna get on everything. Does it transfer? Yes, it does. So be careful. Like I wore white sandals and it got out, like, you know, I could wipe it off, but it did get a little on that. But it makes your legs look gorgeous. I'm talking perfect. I am totally convinced that this would be what celebrities would use maybe on their legs and arms for award shows, things like that. I am totally in the market to buy another one of these. It is incredible. It's shimmery, makes your legs look bronzy without actually using a self-tanner. It washes right out in the shower, so it's not like something that you need to worry about. I've even taken this since I was running low. I've taken it and I've mixed it like with the Boom Boom cream or any kind of a lotion, and it still is a really pretty lotion, but it's less likely to transfer. Oh my gosh, I love it. So if it's a special event or you're going out at night on vacation, you really want that kind of bronze goddess look, it's amazing and so much easier to use than you would think. My favorite cleanser I'm out of, it's the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I've talked this stuff to death. If you want a moisturizing cleanser, this is amazing. It doesn't dry your skin out. It totally cleans your pores still. It's amazing. I have gone through many of these. I already miss it. I'm using the Glossier one, which I like. It's very similar to this, but I like this one better. So, and this is way cheaper, so highly recommend it. Definitely my #1 favorite cleanser of all time. Drugstore, high-end, doesn't matter. That one's my favorite. All right, moving on. This one I'm just calling it, I'm calling time of death, because it's the Marcel Hydra C Facial Exfoliating Gel. I had it in my shower for a long time. It's gotta be bad at this point. I've literally moved it from like one place to the next. So I'm like, it is definitely time. It's got those little beads in it that exfoliate, and I don't really like that on my skin. I've heard that it can cause micro tears, and I've noticed little bits on my skin, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if it was this, but I want to avoid it at all costs. So it was just time. It wasn't bad. It has kind of a fresh-ish, well, not really, kind of a fresh scent, but it just wasn't my favorite. Next, this was a hit and a miss for me. This is the Pixie and Caroline Hurons Double Cleanse. This is a cool idea. It has it's a solid cleansing oil, like a cleansing balm, which is my favorite way to remove makeup. It's what I use every night. And then a cleansing cream, so basically just a cleanser. The idea of this is genius. It's both side by side, except for it's not genius because you get crap in both sides. And the way that I use it, so maybe it's just me because of the way I clean my face, but this is just what I do. I would get the cleansing balm out, and I would have this open on my counter, and you put it on your dry face, and then you turn on water and you kind of mix it in together, and it gets all your makeup off. It's amazing. My favorite way to do it. And the cleansing balm was great. But then what I do, with my face still wet, I'll go ahead and get, usually like it's in a squirt bottle, I'll get my cleanser, my eyes are still closed, and then I just start cleaning my face. So I'm not drying my face and then getting it wet again. I just kind of just do both, one right after the other. The problem was I was getting like, you know, a little bit of the residue from getting the makeup off in the cleanser, and I didn't like that I had to dig my hands in it, first of all, but second of all, I was getting just dirty water everywhere, and it's still gross, and I was like, I was gonna keep it and try to keep going, and I'm like, I can't. It's so gross to me. So I wish and I hope that Pixie will come out with just that cleansing balm in a thing like this, because that cleansing balm was amazing. It's totally, probably better than like the Clinique one that I have, and this would be cheaper. The It Cosmetics one, I love all those, but those are expensive, and I loved this. So I hope that they will do like their own separate one of that solid cleansing oil, because it's amazing. I was really sad to say goodbye to this one. It's my Coco Chanel, well, it's the Coco Mademoiselle. I bought this, I want to say, did I buy it when we were in France? I'll have to ask Tyler when it was. Maybe I bought it when we were in London. We always buy a perfume or a cologne when we travel. My husband's a travel agent. We travel a lot. But when we travel somewhere special, we always buy a perfume or cologne so we can remember that trip, and we wear it the whole trip, and then it always reminds us. Of course, apparently this one didn't remind me enough of it because I couldn't remember which country. But this is my favorite perfume ever. It is the best smelling perfume in my opinion. It's my favorite. I'm so sad and I'm so glad to finally have a perfume that's my favorite, because I have plenty that I've tried that I've liked a lot. This is the best one ever. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, I used up the Wet n Wild Under the Sheets. Actually, there's one in there, but it dried up. They're little like makeup removers. They're actually surprisingly good. They really remove makeup. I don't know if I'd want to use them on my face, although a lot of you guys have said you have and they were just fine. But the reason I say that is because they're so good at removing makeup that I'm like, ugh, are they like really harsh? But a lot of you guys have said you use them and they're just fine. But I found it at the Dollar Tree. Next, again, this is a calling time of death on it because I've had it for too long. It's the Yes to Coconut Ultra Hydrating Facial Mask. I loved this stuff. I used probably half of it. It's a very hydrating, kind of a cream mask. You just put on, leave on for a while, and then you rinse off. My husband's used it too. It smells amazing like coconuts. I really, really liked it. It was very, very moisturizing. It's one of those things that I have so many masks right now to work through, but if I ever ran out or I was just dying for that, I would totally go out and buy this again. It really is nice. I would totally recommend it. Next is my Nigma All-in-One Face Cream. You guys know I've done a video with them before. I love this stuff. They gave me a coupon code a million years ago when I worked with them. If I still have it, I'll put it below. If not, I'll just find the link for it. I will tell you this right now. The website looks so cheesy, like roll cheesy. Like it looks like, no, there's no way this is an amazing face cream. It definitely has the smell of like kind of honey, and it's Manuka honey, bee venom, and shea butter. But that combination of ingredients is the most moisturizing, luxurious thing, but it's really pricey. That's why I was glad they gave me the coupon code. So I'll put it below if you're interested. Super pricey, so it is like a luxury kind of a thing, but I loved it and I'm really sad to be out of it. Would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. And probably eventually will, but again, I've got so many face creams to work through right now. All right, we're almost to the makeup. Oh, this was my husband's empty. It's from No. 7. It's their Early Defense night cream. He loved this stuff. He said he liked it, felt moisturizing. He tore through it. Looks like there's like a tiny glop left. He gets spoiled with skincare because I do get sent a lot of stuff and I buy a lot of stuff. And so, you know, if I've tried something for a while and I'm like, okay, I've got a feel for it, but I don't love it, I'll let him have it. And he'll usually, it's just awesome. But also I'll just let him go into my skincare drawers and pick out what he wants to use. So this was one of those things that I had actually tried before him. And I remember liking it too. It's a very lightweight cream for a night cream, but it did feel really moisturizing, but he really, really liked it. And it's kind of, I think he liked it too because it looked like manly colors. Next up is the Glossier Super Bounce Serum. There's like a teensy tiny bit. I will say this, it's half of an ounce and I flew through it. This, oh, it's about to storm. Yes, I love afternoon storms. I liked this. It's a hyaluronic serum, so it's great to kind of hydrate your skin, make it a little bit of anti-aging. It's got vitamin B5. It's just really pricey for what it is. I already have another one of these that I've recently bought, so I will use it again. But I really like, there's a, you can get from The Ordinary really cheap serums. They might not be as high quality, but they've got a lot of the same ingredients in them, and they have a hyaluronic acid serum that I would recommend if you're wanting to save some money, because The Ordinary is really, really inexpensive, and these are really pricey for what they are. So yes, I liked it. The packaging's cute. I've done a whole review on them. I can link below, but I think it's too pricey for what it is. Ooh, someone's trying to cut the grass before that storm. Godspeed. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, last skincare and then it's all makeup. I don't even want to show it to you, it's really gross. It's my Clarisonic, like little Mia. It's the pink one that's like this big. It's not got a handle. It's like you just hold it in your hand. I love it. I use it so much more than the one, I have two. Why I have two, I have no idea. Things happen. I have the one with the handle, but I like the one that's like you just hold in your palm and you do. I'm using another one. This one I accidentally got like lipstick on and I can't get it off. Also, it was just time for me to replace the head. So I'm not gonna show you a close-up either because it's really gross. But I'll link the Clarisonic that I'm talking about down below if you're curious. It's one of those things that it's pricey. I don't do it every day. It's safe to use every day, but I do it like every other day when I feel like I've worn a lot of makeup and I'm like, I really wanna get it out of my pores. I think it does a great job at that. But if it's a day that I just worn some BB cream or something, I don't always do it. But it really is good and I really like the specific one I have. So it's expensive and I think that it's one of those things that you might wanna like ask for Christmas or, you know, use gift cards on because it is pricey, but it's a worthwhile investment. All right, I'm just gonna pull it all out. So my makeup empties, if I can reach it. Okay, so well, this one's nail polish, but it's the Formula X Shine XCel top coat. It's just gotten goopy. I loved this stuff. Formula X discontinued and I'm really sad because the primer and the shine were the best I've ever tried ever. It is what it is, but it was amazing. I would recommend if you're in the market for a top coat, well, Sech V is always a classic. That's what I've been using lately. I haven't painted my nails in a long time. Giving them a break as I do a lot. Anyway, but this was amazing. Next was this Pure Cosmetic sponge. That was the worst thing I've ever tried. I know apparently they changed what it is basically, and it's no good. It used to be supposedly really good. It was terrible. It came in a BoxyCharm, a pack of 3, and it's absolute garbage. So I didn't want to forget to mention it. They're terrible. They're way too dense. You feel like you're punching yourself. No matter how wet you get it, it doesn't change. It's really bad. Try the Real Techniques orange ones. Those are amazing, and they're really, really cheap. Oh, or the L'Oreal Infallible one, or the Purple Flower Beauty one. They are all amazing. I have a couple of mascaras. I have my Essence Lash Princess. I swear I fly through these. It is totally a dupe for another empty, my It Cosmetic Superhero. I feel like every empties video I have like these empty, but it's just kind of dried out. It's just time, but it's a really good volumizing curling mascara. One of my absolute favorites. It Cosmetic Superhero, also my like holy grail. It's just so dried up you can barely open it, and it was getting flaky and stuff, but these are totally dupes for each other. The brushes are pretty much the same. And they're really good mascaras, but this one is like $3 or $4. This one's like 20. So totally go for the Lash Princess over this. But I would say this mascara is for you if you like really volumized, thick lashes. I love these. The next mascara is from Clarins. It's their Supra Volume. This was just a nice like everyday mascara. Like it definitely separated my lashes and added a little bit of volume, but it was nothing to write home about, and it was really pricey. I got mine for free through Octoly, and I love Octoly because they want you to be super honest. I mean, you'd hope that every company would want you to be honest, but I will definitely say there are shady companies out there that, you know, they would rather you just not talk about their product, of course. Anyway, but Octoly is great because you can get free stuff on there and review it, and they want you to give your honest feedback. So anyway, it was good. Don't buy it. It's really expensive. It's not worth the money. Next is my Stila Stay All Day Liquid Liner. It's waterproof. It's amazing. But you guys, I finally found a drugstore version that's better and of course way cheaper. This is an amazing one. It's a felt tip, but it's like 18 or 20 bucks. The Nyx Epic Ink Liner is incredible. Better than this, stays on. It's, oh my gosh. I have one, I've already bought a backup, and I think I bought another one because I'm like, if anything happened and they discontinued it, I would be so sad. I don't think they will. Oh, I've got mascara everywhere. Pause, freeze, everyone freeze. Nobody move. There was mascara, if you saw in the close-up, like on the actual It Cosmetics thing. Ugh, it gets really gross when it gets old. Anyway. Okay, crisis averted. So, I loved this stuff, but the NYX stuff was better. So I will link both below, but the NYX one is way, way better, and it's so cheaper. So much cheaper. Next is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. I didn't like this stuff. For a while I thought I did, but I think it was one of those things that I was like wanting myself to like it because I'm like, I kind of liked the packaging. It's very like matte and like I love like metal-y tube kind of packaging. I don't know what's wrong with me, I just do. But it was very thick and not comfortable because it was like sticky and thick. And I never felt like my lips were that moisturized after having it on. So for those reasons, and I think this is like not even the full size, thank goodness. I think it came with like something else. I just didn't like it. And so if you've got it on like your wish list because you're like, oh, I really like it. And some people, I'm telling you, I don't think anyone will like it. And I feel like I've heard a lot of other people say the same thing. Like they thought they liked it. And then as they really tried it more, they're like, you know what? I don't like this stuff. It's just not that great. And it's super expensive. And if you're wanting a true lip mask, I love the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's pricey, but you get a ton. And it's actually like a lip mask you leave on overnight. You put it on like a thick lip balm, but it's like creamy and it smells amazing and it's pink. And so you look like normal. You're not putting on like a weird, huge like white mask. Anyway, but you put that on and you sleep with it and your lips are like a baby's bottom in the morning. It's amazing. So the next makeup item is from Everyday Minerals and it's their Multitasking Mineral Concealer. I bought this on like Vitacost. You can get it at health food stores, places like that. It was a really brightening, amazing concealer. I've just had it for way too long and it's definitely gone bad. Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm like, yeah, it kind of has a little bit of an off smell. So I was like, it's time. I'm not desperate to have it because it was really good, but I've got plenty of things like this. It was kind of pricey for what it was. So like looking back, I feel like the e.l.f. HD loose powder is really good if you're looking for something brightening, but it's not going to break the bank. So yeah. So those were all of my empties. It's totally empty. If you enjoyed the Stila video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you want to catch more of my drugstore reviews and other videos like that, I hope you'll subscribe and stick around. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.